right on a knocker.
Hello everyone, welcome to our Wellness Wednesday Live. This is Patrina and Ronald. This is our final Wednesday Live for this year, but we're going to be continuing live again next week, of course, in the new year. So if you're watching live, please say hello in the comments below, and if you're watching on the replay, please type in #replay and tag your friends who may find our video useful. Now, before we start and while waiting for others to join in live, we'd just like to say a big thank you to everyone that has followed us and supported us throughout this year.
That's right.
It's been an amazing year for us. Well, when I say amazing, it doesn't mean that it's been easy. It's been challenging at times. However, we have been really grateful. We are really grateful that we've managed to achieve a lot, and we are going to continue to be much stronger and be more proactive as well on our social media pages going forward into the new year as well. So I can see someone watching here. Please say hello in the comments and we will make a start. Today we're going to be sharing on one of my favorite fruits, and that is the watermelon. We eat a lot of it, especially in the warmer climates countries, and I think it's quite common during summertime as well. We are now in winter in London. However, there's no reason why you shouldn't continue eating the watermelon, and I'll let Ronald explain on what the benefits are.
You're gonna be quite amazed about what we call the humble watermelon. And I don't know many people who regularly eat watermelon. In fact, sometimes they might eat it maybe in summertime. But Patrina and we've got on the habit where we eat watermelon just about every single day. Even when it's 0 degrees or -5 or whatever, we still eat watermelon. Why is that so? Because it is such a wonderful fruit, right? Now, when you get a watermelon, what does it actually mean for you? What are the benefits? I would say that about 99% of people would not even look up the benefits of watermelon. But once you understand the benefits, you will do what we do, which is eating every day. Now, if you want really, really good skin, like Patrina's got and I've got, you eat half a watermelon or a third of a watermelon every day. Now, why is that so? Because number one, watermelon is rich in beta-carotene, right? Because you see, anything in fruits or vegetables that's purple, red, orange, carrot-like, all of those reddish purple, all of those types of fruits and vegetables, they contain beta-carotene. And beta-carotene is incredibly important to get good skin, right? Really beautiful skin. Even in the springtime or summertime or wintertime, sometimes when the sun is way low, we still get a tan. We still look like a tan because it's the beta-carotene that feeds the skin and gives us that really rosy color, okay? And it doesn't matter how old you get, you'll get good skin if you do it for about 2 or 3 months every day. Now, so that's one, beta-carotene. Next one is lycopene. The red color is lycopene. Lycopene is excellent for the macula of the eye, the back of the eye. So that's where your vision is set. So when you feed the back of the eye with lycopene, that feeds the macula. In other words, your eyes become healthier and clearer, right? I'll be 75 this coming year and still no glasses because I use a lot of lycopene and I use a lot of beta-carotene in our foods and our supplements, right? What else does it contain? It contains some potassium. Now, potassium is a very important mineral for the heart, right? Not only for the heart, but it's also good for when you get cramps in the legs, right? If you play football and when someone is cold, eat watermelon before, during, and after, right? Because that will feed you potassium in the muscles and that'll stop you from cramping. If you get cramps at night in bed, no matter what season it is, eat watermelon. That will help the cramping. 2 or 3 good slices every day. Within a week, your cramps will be gone, right? What else does it contain? It contains vitamin A, like I said, beta-carotene, vitamin B6. It also contains large amounts of vitamin C, right? And also, it's got a very unusual amino acid called citrulline. Citrulline. I think it comes from the word citrus. And where do you get the citrulline from is the white part of the watermelon. So when you cut the watermelon, you'll see the red color, right? But as you progressively eat, you'll get to what they call the rind, which is the white color. That is a very important part of the watermelon. So what you do when you've eaten the colored part, take a spoon, right, and scrape as much white as you can. In other words, leave only about maybe 1 centimeter of the watermelon, right? You scrape all of that, because that rind is rich in citrulline, which is an amino acid which gives you the arginine, which is a very powerful amino acid which helps to muscles. Right? If you get sore muscles, you eat the rind and you get the watermelon, that'll help you ease the pain in the muscles, right? Especially if you had a workout or if you've been running or jogging, that'll help you out of a lot. What else is important for? Watermelon is fantastic, and I mean fantastic, for your kidneys. Why? Because the watermelon by and by is 92% water. But it's not just ordinary water, it's hydrating water. It's similar to coconut water, right? So if you combine, for example, half and half watermelon and half coconut water, that would give you amazing hydration for your kidneys. Now, you'd be shocked how many people have troubles with their kidneys because they don't drink enough water, they don't drink enough liquid, they don't hydrate during winter. And that's when they get problems with their kidneys. And of course, when you get problems with the kidneys, it fouls back up to your liver, fouls back up to your pancreas, and you end up with all kinds of problems like diabetes, pre-diabetes, hypertension, blood pressure, and so on and so on. Right? Very, very important. Now, I'm going to give you a couple of good tips. If you just point to this, Patrina.
Sure, okay.
I'm going to show you.
I'm just going to say hello to Dr. Sadia, Margaret, and also April, who's watching. If you've got any questions, please do type it in the chat. So this is a smaller watermelon.
That's a small one. That's about, if you see my hands.
Yeah, it's about, I think about 5 inches or so.
About 5 inches, about 5 inches. 5 inches or so, right?
And then we've got the larger one over
like
here.
That,
that's like about 7 inches.
7 or 8, inches.
7 or 8 inches.
Now, it's very, you could eat one of those, the small one on your own. Now, a couple of tricks for you. When you do it, you don't know where this watermelon's been. It could come from anywhere. So it's very, very important that you wash the watermelon, right? You wash the watermelon, and what we do, we use this gadget here. It's got biodegradable detergent in there, and we use this part and we scrub the watermelon until it's really soapy on. This is biodegradable detergent, which means it's okay for humans. It'll break down. And then you wash it thoroughly with that. First of all, you cover it, and then you rinse it off with warm water. Okay, that's number one. If you do that, any viruses, any microbes, bacteria that shouldn't be there will be gone. So make sure you do wash the outside. Okay, very important. The other thing that's very important is that's one of my favorite knives. That's what I call a samurai knife. Okay, you can see that it's very sharp. Look at the handle, beautifully made, right? This here cost me a lot of money, but brilliantly sharp with tomatoes. And what you do, you see the point. You see the point of the. Now that's used. That you use that to cut through the watermelon in the middle, right? And you cut it in half first, right? Cut it in half, and you can cut in slices. What we do, because it makes it easier that way, we cut it in half, right?
And then we just eat directly from there. And we
put it in a plate where the water can be absorbed, and then we take it directly from there. And we, like I said, we eat the spoon with a spoon first, take all the red color. Then we get a sharp edge of the spoon, and we scrape the citrulline or the rind, and we eat all of it. We leave very little. Now, another amazing thing I discovered that to one of my friends a long time ago called Peter Bennett. It was an Englishman, and he taught me this when he was teaching me in Adelaide, right? And what's good about the watermelon, this is going to amaze you. When you do compost, when you put compost, when you're going to plant tomatoes, when you're going to plant leeks or anything like that, when you finish with the watermelon, you don't waste it. You take the watermelon, and guess what you do? In a half, you get 2 halves, right? You get 1 liter. Listen to me carefully. You get 1 liter of full cream milk, and you pour half a liter in one half a liter in the other half, and you sink that 12 inches in your compost. You sink that below, and you cover that with lawn clippings. you're going to be amazed how many worms will come and feed off that. In about 3 to 4 months, the whole watermelon will have been eaten, and your worms will fatten up and be so healthy, and that becomes very healthy for the bacteria in your soil. So don't waste the watermelon and put it in rubbish. Put it in your compost. Like I said, 1 liter of full cream milk, right? Cow's milk. Don't drink it. You put that in the water, half and half. Bury it 12 inches below, and cover it with lawn clippings. Cover it with other compost, and let it go for about 3 months. Within 3 months, it'll be all gone. It'll be feeding yourself. Every time you eat a watermelon, if you do that, if you've got a plot about 30 feet long, say, or 30 feet square, if you put a watermelon about every square foot, that soil will be black the following year. Black. And when you see black, it means it's very, very healthy. Thank you very much for listening.
Okay, I think one other thing I'd like to add about watermelon is that it contains seeds as well. And
yes.
When I was brought up, sadly, I was actually told the wrong thing. I was told to not eat the seeds. In fact, my elders actually teased me, saying if I swallow the seeds, I'll actually have a watermelon in my stomach. These are the so-called old wives' tales that you go around learning when you're trying to grow up, and you pass it on to your children as well. However, I just wanted to say that this is not true. The seeds are actually very beneficial and nutritious as well.
Yes.
Now, what made me really aware of how beneficial this was, and I have to say that I learned this from a doctor. His name is Dr. Weeks. He promotes a product which we personally use and recommend as well, made from the extracts of seeds. And he basically described that if he was on a desert island with only 1 watermelon, and say, for example, his wife was there, he would rather give the wife the watermelon and he'd rather eat the seeds. The reason why is because the seeds are actually more nutritious compared to even the flesh, which is, as juicy as it is. So if you're having watermelon, please do remember to eat the seeds as well. That will really be nutritious for you.
Yes.
And Dr. Sadia is saying, funny enough, she was told the same as well. I'm sure all of us were told the same. It applies to like even fruits like grapes and stuff like that, where we are told not to eat the seeds, and they've even come up with like seedless type fruits. But this is not correct. This is how nature made it. So the seeds are very important as well. And I wanted to say hello to Fabio as well. I hope you're well, Fabio.
Yes.
So do you want to expand a bit more on the seeds?
Actually, Patrina's raised a really interesting point. The seeds, everything starts from seeds. Right? Everything. Human beings start from seed. Plants start from seed. Now, the best way to get the value of this, now, it's pretty hard to try and crack the seeds with your teeth, right? There's 2 ways you can enjoy the seeds of the watermelon. One is you take all the seeds from the watermelon when you finish eating it, and you put it into like a NutriBullet, right, like a blender, and you blend it with goat's milk or coconut water, and you blend it, and you put a bit of honey with it if you like, and then that way you get the completely pulped out, and you don't get in your teeth, and you can easily swallow it, right? So that's one way. The second way is you can sprout. You can actually sprout if you've got a glass house in say winter even. You can put the watermelon below about say 1 centimeter of good soil, and keep it warm. And after about 3 weeks, they'll start to sprout, and you'll see that green plant come out. And then you can cut the sprout, and then you can let it shoot again. So that's another way of doing it, is to let it sprout. You can put it, if you haven't got a glass house, you can put it on the windowsill, and on cotton wool that's warm all the time, warm and moist, and you'll see the seeds will sprout. And you can do that every time. You can every time you eat a watermelon, keep your seeds, let it dry, and then you can sprout them, or put them in a smoothie.
For me personally, since I found out about the benefits, I've actually just been chewing the seeds as I eat the watermelon. So you can do that as well. Sometimes the seeds are not as hard. You get like the whitish type seeds, which are quite easy to digest. So you can either chew a bit of the black seeds and swallow it, or you can just swallow it yourself, or the white seeds are quite easy to chew when it's not really that hard.
Yes.
And the other thing I wanted to share is that some of you may not know that watermelon, you can get it in like orange color as well. There are orange color flesh watermelon as well. We get that quite a lot in Malaysia. So if you see that, you don't think that's odd. It should not only just be like the reddish or the pinkish watermelon. You do get the ones with the orange flesh as well. Yeah, and that's just as nutritious.
It is. Yeah. But to just do a small correction, in the red watermelon like this one here I've got, the red is more nutritious, high in beta carotene. Okay, but in the yellow or gold color watermelon, that's very high in lycopene, which is good for your eyes. So I don't think I've seen the gold color one here in London.
No, I think we only get it in Malaysia.
I've seen
as well,
Malaysia,
yeah.
I've seen it in Australia, and I've seen it in places where it's quite tropical, right? So another combination that's really, really good for you. If you want good skin, like I said earlier, use about 2 cups of watermelon, right? 2 cups of coconut water, blend them together, put a little bit of apple juice with it, or you can put a bit of, like for example, just a little bit of maple syrup or a bit of honey, blend that together and drink that every day, and you'll find that you'll be very hydrated. Right, so enjoy that and let us have your feedback next week. See what you think.
Okay, great. And hello to Sarim as well. And
Yeah.
Margaret saying, funny enough, she eats the seeds and her kids laugh. So
Yeah.
I think, Margaret, what you need to do is show your kids our video now and then let them decide what they want to do.
Exactly.
Okay. Thank you so much for
Okay.
everyone for participating in our video today. Please, like I said, tag your friends, share this video as well so that everyone can be more well educated as to the benefits of watermelon and also eating it more regularly. So till next Wednesday, or well, I'm gonna do a live on Saturday and Sunday anyway, but till next Wednesday for our Wednesday Wellness Live, we will see you then, and we take this opportunity to wish all of you a happy end of year and a happy new year.
Yes.
Have a great one.
Yeah, let's all hope positively with 2021 being very full of cheer and great health.
Yes, and most of all, just keep healthy.
Yeah.
We are going through a difficult time as well, so keep your immune system healthy.
Yep.
And one of the ways to do that is to eat some watermelon.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
thank you everyone for watching. Have a great day.
Yep.
Bye-bye.